Hello everybody, we are once again on the road. It is Saturday morning and there is traffic on the 15 freeway. Today's adventure is the 15 freeway, but not the 15 freeway that we know today, which is an interstate that goes all the way up to Canada, but we are going to be traveling on the old Highway 15. I remember when I was a kid coming up through here through Riverside County, this was just a two-lane road. Much of it was on the 395. We are actually on the 215 as the number denotes. That is an offshoot of the 15th, the second offshoot. I don't know where the 115 would be. We're currently passing by March Air Force Base. You can't see it too much because of the cement truck that's showering down on us, but we'll pass by. There you go. There's March Air Force Base. Is it an Air Force Base? Okay, we can now see to our left the March Air Force Museum, and you can see some of the classic planes over there. Looks like they took down their rocket. No, they still have a rocket over there. They have a rocket.
I think the official name is the March Field Museum.
March Field Museum. Okay, they didn't want to be Air Force because they are not an official Air Force museum.
Yeah.
They're a private.
The museum at Marchfield.
Yeah, but it's an interesting museum.
Yeah, you know what's one thing that makes March famous in the annals of history?
What?
If I remember correctly, you can fact check me later and put a sign on there whether or not, is that Marchfield was one of the sites of Bob's Hope's first ever USO show.
Oh, I did not know that. I will definitely have to fact check that.
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
Yep. No, it says Marchfield Air Museum. Okay, we have arrived at our first destination, which is Motte's Romoland Farms.
Take a look at this guy parking in the shade.
Oh, yeah. He's just taking up all the space. But they're open. I can see their doors are open, so we're going to check out this car museum. They just barely opened again yesterday on Friday, so we are some of the first visitors to this place. And we're going to park near the cool Corvette, apparently. And then over here, we're going to check out later Jerkyville, USA. We'll check that out too, see what that's all about. We're standing in front of a 1918 Ford fire truck here at the Motte Museum and a speedster. And so basically this museum has a bunch of different cars here. So we're going to go, she said we should follow the footpath, which are social distancing dots, and to get a little tour of the museum. A lot of Model Ts here.
Well, they made a lot of Model Ts, right?
You can have any color you want as long as it's black.
Yep.
Up here you can see the Motte brothers from the 1930s. John, Charles, Frank, and the Brownlands. Okay. Very cool. We have Crown Vics, and they had Ford Vics.
Yeah.
That was the difference there. Victoria. Now we're in the Fighting 40s section, which is, that's a term I've never heard before, the Fighting 40s. But I guess because of World War II, sure, why not? Oh, they got a Jeep, a Marine Jeep here. Ford Burma Jeep, and a Rockola. These were interesting. You'd put your money in, select your song. Oh, it actually works. Well, yeah, but I didn't think if I was going to press the button, like it would actually play a real record. It's actually accurate. It's just... Wow, okay. That's very interesting. Well, they have... I'm going to have to play 1940s in the Mood. Glenn Miller. He's over there hoping for a malt, but I think he's in the wrong thing. So where's all your supplies? I want a 10-cent Coca-Cola.
We don't serve those anymore because...
And the popcorn?
That's empty.
Okay. Have a Coke, I guess. We're here in the 50 section. Here's a 1958 Chevy Impala. Nice lines on. I like the fins. 1960 Ford Thunderbird there. Very interesting stuff. Inside you got your AM radio. Steering column. Shifting is on the steering column. Lots of space, lots of legroom in these automatic windows. Fancy. Don't play with it too much, AJ. Old pinball machine here. Yep. Oh. Does it work? Usually you'd have to load it up. No, you can see the rod's out. So there's no way this thing's gonna work.
Where's the little
The pinball?
flippers?
Oh, these games didn't have flippers.
You just pushed it.
You just pushed it up, and then it went up in here, and you just hope that you got.
You just hoped you were lucky.
Yep.
So it's basically gambling.
Yeah, that's why they were banned. Up at the top of the barn, they have another exhibit with motorcycles and a little jail talking about Paris history, city of Paris history, but unfortunately it's closed. That section's closed right now, so we can't go up there. But it was still fun to look at the bottom and look at the different cars down here. AJ's just on the front porch swing here. Denise thinks somebody who works here owns that Corvette. Now I'm going to go over there and check out Jerkyville, USA, just to see what they have. So the different types of jerky that they have run all the way from $10 all the way up to $40. So I ended up getting two types of jerky. I got this elk jerky, and I got this Jeeper Creeper one, which is a more spicy one. So we'll see that. There's an interesting little shack back there. We're gonna walk down here to these stores. There's a little train at the end, so I want to go check that out. So we're gonna go see what's over there. The sign says Romoland, population 2,764, and there's a caboose here, and I think this might be a Chinese food place. So this is one crazy diner, if that's what this is. Yep, this is a Chinese bistro. It's closed, but it's entirely made up of railroad cars. Very interesting. I wonder if the food's any good. It's closed. Got an A rating. They have a dining car, but that's not what I expected this place to be. But it looks like it's not opening anytime soon. It's boarded up. Normally it looks like they'd be open up from 11 to 8, but it's still very interesting. Looks like the caboose is actually the kitchen, and then all the passenger cars are the dining area. I did not expect it to be a Chinese restaurant. That is definitely different. You never know what's going to happen when you're traveling down the sideways instead of the main interstates. Well, we have left Romoland and we're now coming into Menifee proper. Not quite yet. We're still on the 215, not quite on the 15 itself. Still following what used to be the back roads. Coming up towards Mount San Jacinto College, the Menifee campus, which was my alma mater. This is where I got both an Associate of Science and an Associate of Arts, and a certificate, for that matter. I got a certificate in Legal Assisting, Associate of Arts in Humanities, and Associate of Science in Legal Assisting. You're at Mount San Jacinto.
Yep, just on the other side of this freeway.
Yep, well, on the left.
Yep.
Of this freeway. We'll see it.
On the other side of this bridge, yeah.
Up where all those palm trees are is the campus. It's definitely changed over the years. It's not anywhere as small as when I was there. It was just a small community college, and it still is a community college today. but it's arguably a lot bigger than when I went there. A lot more buildings. All these palm trees right there is pretty much where the campus is. There it is over there. You can see some of the buildings. Okay, we have finally made it to where the 215 and the 15 merge, coming out of Marietta here, known as the Diamond City. I don't know why they call themselves the Diamond City. I lived in Marietta and I never saw a diamond once there. They were supposed to make an amusement park here for Roy Rogers, but that never happened either. Now we're going on to the big 15, big interstate here. We will be on the main interstate for a little while, going through Temecula, and then we will take a turn off into Fallbrook for our next part.
San Diego County? We're in San Diego County.
We're going to take this exit. Now we're into Fallbrook and turning off onto the old Avocado Highway. From here, we will take a right onto 395. And 395 was the old highway that I remember growing up, before there was the interstate. The interstate was always there, just changed names, that's all. So up here you can see all the nurseries. This area is famous for lots of nurseries and keep turning right, and avocados, which grow up in the mountains here. We are continuing on here through the hills of Fallbrook. I just like the scenery. Usually San Diego County is mostly desert, but this area is definitely not. It's kind of a hidden gem of San Diego County. Not too many people know about it. Technically, if you continue this highway all the way over, you'll get to Oceanside, but it's kind of a roundabout way to get to Oceanside. But it is possible. We're gonna make our first stop. The tribe's getting a little bit hungry, so we're gonna go to the Fallbrook Cafe, which should be coming up in about 3 miles here. We are now in Fallbrook. We had to do a little bit of hokey pokey. We got a little bit confused with the roadside intersections here, but we did find the Fallbrook Cafe, so we're gonna stop here and go inside and see what is for lunch. Decided to get the Fallbrook sandwich, which of course has avocado and nothing sprouts. It's supposed to have tomatoes in it, but I don't like tomatoes, so I didn't get that one. He's got pastrami.
Corned beef.
Oh, corned beef.
You want some crackers for your soup?
Want crackers, AJ?
No.
No? Okay. Enjoy, okay?
Thank you.
And AJ got grilled cheese with beef barley soup.
Mm-hmm.
He was just in a soup mood today. Still in Fallbrook here, following these signs that said Brandon Old Village Cultural Center. Not exactly sure what that is, but they had this cool old bus over here. It's a double-decker bus. Looks like it was made for sightseeing because there was only windows on one side. That is a very interesting bus. Other than that, it's just a bunch of little buildings. They don't look old at all, but that bus looks pretty cool. Further down into Fallbrook we go. To the Heartland. We just passed by a whole bunch of churches, and now we're on Ritchie Road. And according to the maps, if we follow this for about another mile, oh look, it's Potter Junior High. I wonder if it means after the Potter, the Harry Potter. Probably not.
No, I'm going to say no.
But anyways, if we continue on this for about a mile, we should end up at the Nursery, which will be our next stop, which will be Myrtle Creek Nursery. We're here down, we're really close to the Nursery now, and we found this little park. It's called Live Oak Park. And it's just a county park, and it's really cool. I don't know, I think you can go left here, and I don't know how much they're going to charge us for this. We'll find out, but it's open. don't see any gates.
Daily parking fee, $3.
Oh, I think we can pay that just to go look around. This is a nice little park. I mean, the nursery did say Myrtle Creek, so I'm assuming that there's like a creek here. This is quite big. Oh, it's just like a pay on the honor system. Well, I'm going to have to cut this off so I can get some money out.
With unattended purchasing.
So this is an interesting development. You have to do it on the notice system, so you have to like put all this information in and then enclose it. Are we supposed to get a receipt?
I don't know.
So we paid our $3 and we're here at the Fallbrook Botanical Garden, which is just a little walkway with lots of different flowers. So this is the official botanical garden. And then we'll go to the unofficial one. We have some California brittle bush, some white sage. Basically, this is all the plants that we would see at home. We have these same plants in Riverside, but... Oh, and we have a talking AJ bush over there. And there's the creek down there. Was there any water running down there, AJ?
Sorta.
A little bit? Yeah, there's a little bit of
I
water.
want to jump over it.
There's a bridge. You don't have to. Nice little
But I still want.
creek. Nice little park. Over here, we have found some grinding stones. There's a bunch of grinding stones here. AJ's standing on one right now. Ancient grinding stones. This is where they would grind up their acorns. Another view of the creek here. Myrtle Creek. There's the road that we just came off of. Kind of a little nice oasis in the middle of nowhere. I can hear hawks in the background here. Looks like there's an exercise run. And that was interesting. I did not expect to see Native American artifacts here. I mean, I knew that Native Americans were in Fallbrook, but to see the mortar stones, that was interesting. Looking at some signs here. Apparently this park has been in use for a long time. Looks like Mission San Luis Rey was formed in 1798. And this park area has been used since as far as 1904. This is a picture of Ritchie Grove, just north of here. So this area has been used for a long time. The park was officially established in 1920, so long history with this park. And we know from the... Okay, so now we have officially made it to Myrtle Creek Nursery, which is where we had originally planned to go. And looks like we just park, we can park, that person's coming out right now. Just park where they're coming out from. And we'll see what there is to see here. So looks like we have an old gypsy wagon here, and a gondola, and a little merry-go-round over in the background there, and a wild bird sanctuary, and I can hear the water from the creek going. Nice little oasis area, waiting for Denise to come up. We're going to now head up into the farmhouse gift shop. You do have to wear a mask to go inside, but it's from 1899, so very interesting. Uh-oh. Got little villages that you can buy here. Lots of crafty things. Lots of handcrafts. Lots of artsy stuff. Sorry. We found the fairies here. There's a whole bunch of collection of different fairies and gnomes that you can buy. That looks like Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, actually.
Yeah.
Here's some more fairies. Lots of fairies here. Here by the fountain that was the mill, the Gristle Mill, which is now a cafe, and a pond out there. Nice pond. We're headed over here to Happy Goat Mountain, I think. That's what we saw. Over there is Happy Goat Mountain. And we do see goats over there, so let's see what the goats are saying. We're here over by Happy Goat Mountain. There are indeed goats here. And the kids are trying to make them talk. But they're pretty much happy just being on their own over there.
They're leaving.
Goats are just doing their thing. Eating out of the rusty old. Well, they're eating hay. I think they prefer the hay.
Goat simulator.
Yep. And they have their own little truck. Yep. Hello.
Hi. And ranunculuses, and then poppies are awesome, but they have thin roots down. Poppies never make a good cut flower.
Nope.
But, you know, whether they're little California.
Oh wow! Right here, I can smell everything. That smells awesome.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I love this rose.
Yes, that is a very pretty rose. And look at the pink and white sparkling behind you there.
Oh, purple hopseed bush. Wow, I can totally smell it. That's awesome.
Yeah. What are these called? Purple. Full sun.
Yeah.
So, what did you think of Myrtle Beach?
Oh, Myrtle Beach?
No,
How about
sorry.
Myrtle Creek?
Myrtle Creek, yeah, Myrtle Creek. I keep on wanting to say Myrtle Beach, but it's Myrtle
I
Creek.
would like to visit Myrtle Beach. I would not like to drive there today. That is what I feel about Myrtle
You're
Beach.
so not adventurous.
I am not, no.
Uh-huh.
Myrtle Creek, oh, I thought it was fun. Definitely, it's not something I do. There were a couple people here with little kids. From where we live in Riverside, it was a long drive to look at cool things that we were not going to buy.
Left here.
So, you know, if I were going with little kids who would be like, I want that, it would not be worth the drive. But we were not going with little kids, we were going with us, so, you know, as,
we saw a little, he must have been like 4-year-old. He was chatting you up.
Totally. If you live nearby here, you know, and so it's a short drive to come look at the pretty flowers, sure, totally.
But for a day trip, you wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it with little kids. But for us, it was fun. It was the fun, and to, like, if you're mostly in it for the drive, and you're cool with the drive and enjoying Fallbrook, it's a nice little stop in Fallbrook.
Mm-hmm. I think it was pretty good for, like, everything else that we did.
Uh-huh, yeah,
And the county park was just a bonus.
Totally.
And it was really cheap, too, because, well, we paid for the cafe, and that was cafe prices. That was like $40.
Yeah.
And then we paid $3 to get into the county
Park.
Live Oak Park there. But that was it.
Yeah.
The other nurseries around here are all free, and they're more than happy to have you here.
Yeah. Wandering around their grounds.
Yeah, because they're hoping that you'll buy a tree, which is kind of expensive. And then the Motte Museum, that was free too, so.
Yeah.
Nice little road trip from Riverside down to Fallbrook.
Totally.
And from there, we will leave you off, and hopefully you enjoyed this adventure. Thank you for watching. Come with us next time as we go on another road trip somewhere else, hopefully in the near future. And we'll talk to you next time.